Om Shri Gurave Namaha. Ramana Gita Panchamodhyayaha. Praguktebdheshtame masi navame divase nishi upanyasitavang samya guhadishya hridayam munihi. On the 9th of August 1917, Sri Ramana Muni spoke extensively on the Hridaya Kuharam, the heart cave. Nirgachanti yatas sarva vrittayo dehadharinam hridayam tat samakhyatam bhavanakriti varnanam. In the embodied beings, heart is the source of all the thoughts. Any description of the heart is but a mental conception. Aham vritti samasthanam vrittinam moolamujyate nirgacchati yatoham dhi hridayam tat samasataha. Aham vritti or I thought is the root for all the thoughts. The source of this I thought is the heart. Hridayasya yadi sthanam bhavejvakramaнаhatam mooladharam samarabhya yogasyopakramah kutaha. If the heart be the seat of Anahata Chakra, how can the practice of yoga begin in the Mooladhara Chakra? Anyadeva tato raktapindat hridayamuchyate ayam hriditi vruchya tadatmano rupamiritam. Bhagavan Ramana in this verse clarifies to the seeker the location of the spiritual heart. The heart that I speak of is non-physical and is only on the right side of the chest. The heart, therefore, does not represent the Raktapinda Hridaya, the blood-pumping physical organ which is present on the left side of the chest. Tasya dakshinato dhama hritpithe navavamataha tasmat pravahati jyotihi sahasraram sushumnaya. The hritpitha or the seat of the heart is on the right side of the chest. The flow of the light of consciousness to Sahasrara is therefore through the Brahmanadi, also known as Sushumna. Sarvadeham Sahasrarat tada lokanubhutayah tah prapashyan vibhedena samsari manujo bhavet. The whole body is permeated by the consciousness residing in the Sahasrara, and as a consequence, the experience of the world arises. Perceiving themselves as different from this consciousness, the jivas perceive and experience the samsara or the world. Atmastasya sahasraram Shuddham jyotirmayam bhavet tatra jivenna sankalpo yadi sannidhyatah patet. No thought can survive the pure light emanating from the Sahasrara of the person who is totally abiding in his self. Vijñāyamāna vishayam sannikarshana yadyapi na bhavedyoga bhangaya bhedasya grahane manaha. In this verse, Bhagavan describes how a jnani perceives the objective world. Even when the objective world is perceived due to its proximity, such a perception will not destroy or disturb the yogic state of the jnani. In other words, the objects of the world do not eclipse his true vision. Grihnatopi sthiraikadhi sahaja sthitiruchyate nirvikalpas samadhistu vishaya sannidhau bhavet. Andam vapushi nishesham nishesham hridaye vapuhu tasmadandasya sarvasya hridayam rupa sangraha. In these two verses, Bhagavan describes the state of Nirvikalpa Samadhi. The state where the I thought is merged in the heart center is called the natural state or Nirvikalpa Samadhi. In such a state, there is no objective perception. The seeker who is immersed in the self perceives nothing but the self. Bhuvanam manaso nanya danyanna hridayan manaha asesha hridaye tasmad katha parisamapyate. The universe is not different from the mind, and the mind emerges from the heart. Therefore, the mind stuff is not different from the heart stuff. Tasmat katha parisamapyate. Thus, the story of the world ends in the heart. Kirtyate hridayam pinde yadande bhanumandalam manasahasraragatam bimbam chandramasam yadha. The heart is to the body what the sun is to the world. Manasahasraragatam bimbam chandrama samyadha. The mind in the Sahasrara is like the orbit of the moon in the world. Yadha dadati tapanat stejah kairava bandhave idam vitarati jyoti hridayam manase tadha. Just like the sun lights the moon, the heart lights the mind. Hridya sannihito martye manah kevalamikshate asannikarshe suryasya ratrau chandre yadamaha. In the absence of the sun, we perceive only the moon. Similarly, a jiva whose mind is not yet merged in the heart perceives the mind alone and not its source. Apashyam stejaso moolam swarupam satyamatmanaha manasa cha pridhak pashyan bhavan bhramyati pamaraha. Jnani, whose mind is merged in the heart, becomes the self and perceives everything as that, the self. On the contrary, Ajnani, whose mind is not merged in the self, will, in his ignorance, perceive only the objective world with all its dualities. Hridi sannihito jnani Leenam hridayate jasi ikshate manasam tejo divabhana divaundavam. The source of the moonlight is the sun. Likewise, the source of all the activity in the world is the heart. However, the ignorant assume that the world is independent of the self.